Hi, welcome back to David's Closet. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite handbags, and I know I say that a lot, so you know it has to be true, right? So I'm just going to get right into it. My name is David, as we all know, or at least those of you who have watched my videos or those of you who subscribe. I love my bag collection. I like to talk about them. I like to review them. I have some bags that I feel like everyone has and I see a bunch of videos on, but I also have a lot of bags that I don't see too many videos on. So I definitely want to kind of talk about that in this channel. That way, if there's a bag you see online that you think you may want to purchase, maybe I'll have a video if you can't find another one. So please do think about subscribing if this is something that interests you. I know I've mentioned in my first video, I think it's interesting to see both the female and male perspective on these items. I know a lot of people probably think these are items that are meant for women. I would obviously argue against that, as I think a lot of people would. So yeah, here we are. We're gonna talk about my favorite bag, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, the Prada Galleria. But before we get started, we're gonna talk about the bag of the week. The bag of the week this week is my Kate Spade Natalia quilted tote. This is from the outlet. This is an outlet bag. To me, this reminds me, there's a YSL bag, and this also reminds me of course, the Chanel bags. So I love her. She's huge. She has the big chunky chain that's really loud. You know, fits all the stuff. So anyway, that is the Natalia. This is the bag of the week. I'm gonna do a video on her very soon because she's great. Okay, so now we will get into the reason we're all here, and that is the lovely Prada Galleria tote. I just love this bag so much. So what we'll do is we'll kind of discuss the history of the bag, how I became the owner of this beautiful Galleria, and then we'll kind of talk about the bag itself. We'll set her right here so we can see her as we talk. My first luxury designer bag was actually a Prada bag. It was a nylon messenger, and I love that bag. It's a great bag, but it is just a crossbody messenger. It doesn't hold a lot. And when I decided I really wanted to carry, I wanted purses. There's no way to sugarcoat it. I wanted handbags. I purchased my Damier Ebene Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 bandolier. Love that bag. Not as much of a Speedy person as I thought I was. It's a bag I'll never part with, but it was a full price bag. I purchased it from the website before COVID, when you could actually buy things. And I think I paid about $1,600 for it. And soon after getting it, I realized I really liked it, but it wasn't the style of bag that was going to be the most prominent in my collection, and it wasn't going to be something that I used a lot. So I started thinking, what kind of bags do I like? And I definitely feel like at the time, and I feel like even now, totes are definitely my first choice for many reasons. I just really like a good tote. And I was doing some research on bags, and I love Prada. Prada is probably my favorite designer in the whole world. So I quickly discovered the Galleria totes, and I absolutely love them. And I'm sure their prices have fluctuated now, but new, back when I purchased this one, I believe they were about $2,700 to $2,800 for the medium size. Anyway, I wanted the medium Galleria double zip. And $2,600 to $2,700, somewhere in there. I think now they're maybe even a little bit more. If I can find the price of them on the website, I'll put it right here in my hand. But I knew I wanted one, but that was definitely out of the price point that I was going to spend, especially since I just spent $1,600 on a bag that I loved, but I didn't love the way I wanted to. So this is when I decided I wanted to feel out these consignment resellers, such as the Real Real or Fashion File. What comes around goes around, which is one I typically don't buy from because I think they are a little bit more on the expensive side for what you get. So after months of searching these sites, I decided from YouTube videos and reading reviews and just the way that the sites operated, the way that Fashion File lists their descriptions, they talk about the conditions, you know, they list everything that's wrong with the bag, even sometimes things that no one would ever notice. I discovered that was the site I wanted to use, was Fashion File, and this was going to be my first third-party consignment purchase for a luxury good, so I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. And I was looking at these bags, and they ranged anywhere from $600 to $700 I mean, all the way up to $1,500, $1,600, depending on the color and the condition. And I decided that I kind of thought somewhere in the middle there would be good, maybe towards the lower end, you know, no more than $1,000. This seems to always be my thing when I buy these bags, but I told myself I want to spend between $900 and maybe $1,100. Somewhere in there is what I was willing to spend on this bag, especially knowing that the full retail price of a brand new one was about $2,600, $2,700. So I started looking, you know, favoriting a bunch of them, keeping my eye out on Fashionphile, and I would find them, and the problem I have with these bags is the condition. You would find them and they were priced, you know, $800, $900, and but you look at the condition and they were pretty rough. And of course the bag typically comes with a clochette that hangs off and then a crossbody strap that hooks in, kind of like on my Kate Spade Margot. There's a clip on each side on the inside and it can kind of flop like that. I don't like crossbodies, so I knew I didn't need the strap, so I thought, you know, if I don't care about the strap, some of these are missing straps. They're a little bit cheaper or roughly the same price, but the condition is better. So for example, I remember there was one of these and it was in very rough condition. I mean, you could see a lot of visible wear in the pictures, extreme structure wear. I remember the sides were not pleated very well anymore. They were definitely well worn. Discoloration, just a bunch of bad things, but it came with the strap and the clochette, and it was, I think, like $895, $850, somewhere in there. And one day this one popped up and it was listed for $875, and it was missing the strap and the clochette, but the condition, if I remember, was either very good or excellent, somewhere in there. I think it was very good because it does have some wear. I mean, it's not brand new. But it was well below the price range I was thinking, and it didn't have the clochette, which I don't like things hanging on my bag, so I wasn't gonna wear it anyway, and I would never use the crossbody strap. So I did some more looking, kind of browsed a little bit more, gave it a couple more days, and I decided to go ahead and place my order. And I purchased this for $875 on Fashionphile. So I just looked at my Fashionphile listing, and this was marked very good. Noted some minor corner wear and some creasing. I don't remember what year it was from, but I believe I looked it up, and I think it's from like 2011, 12, somewhere in there. I could be totally wrong. But this is easily at least a 9 to 10-year-old bag. Also knew black was the color I wanted. I either wanted the black with gold hardware or the navy blue with silver hardware. Anyway, so I ordered it. You know, I thought you can return it if I don't like it. Fashionphile's really good with that. I saw a lot of great reviews. If you're not happy with the item, you can return it. So she was delivered. I pulled her out of the box. I looked at her and I fell in love. So she stayed. She has a permanent home in my closet. This is a bag I do use. It's definitely a little bit more of a structured formal bag, so I don't use it a lot during the summer. I'll use it during the winter. When I received it, granted I have used it, so there's a little bit more wear on it, of course, from when I purchased it, but when I received it, I mean, there is some very, and I don't know if you can be able to see this, some extremely minor corner wear on every corner, I will say. Actually, not that one. That one has a little bit. The handles are, you know, perfect. There's no like bubbling of the glazing. There's no, you know, stitches popped anywhere on this bag. On the front of it, there is one spot, and I always have to search for it. There it is. Right here, and it's not gonna photograph well, but there's just a little spot where the leather's a little bit like scratched, and it's just a little bit of like a light gray, like blob. But I mean, look at the hardware. I mean, this bag looks brand new as far as the hardware goes. If you've never seen the Galleria, it has the snaps on the side, so you can really keep it a structured bag and help keep this middle compartment closed. I don't do that. And then on the top here, you have 2 zipper compartments with really strong, heavy-duty zippers, and then you have a big open section. I do store this bag, of course, stuffed. I have my charcoal package and just a bunch of bubble wrap and stuffing. On the inside, it has the Prada print lining. It does have the tag here, the little emblem that says Prada Milano. It has a zipper compartment on the inside, a little zipper, and I'm sorry you can't see well, with 2 slip pockets on the other side. And actually, you probably can see well. I have a handy dandy purse light. So there's that slip pocket. There is the zipper section. This is so hard, I'm sorry. And then there are the 2 other slip pockets in the back. At the bottom, I have one of my homemade, out of the cutting board, bases. On the bottom, it's just the, I think it's called jacquard print. And if I can get this, I'll show you the Prada logo. So there you'll see it kind of. This is the Staffiano leather. Put this back in the bottom. I will say if you own one of these bags or you want to, it definitely doesn't need an organizer. I don't think that the bag is necessarily like needing of that. The bottom is just leather. It has 4 feet, which I mean, even my little feet aren't that worn. Bottom head doesn't have a scratch on it. When you put stuff in here without any form of base, you do get a slight sag. So that's why I put that piece of plastic in there. It's not big enough where it's gonna really help it, but I mean, I'm putting some force on the bag right now and you can't tell. So I definitely think you want something on the bottom. I looked on Amazon, I couldn't find a base shaper that was made for this bag. You don't want anything too thick and intrusive, otherwise it'll make it so you can't use the zipper sections. So on either side of the bag, and I have them stuffed as well, I'll just show you one because it's easier to just show one. It's just a zipper compartment with the Prada lining, and it does cover the entire section of the bag. So there's a lot of room. However, it is not thick. It's sewed together at the bottom. So it's just like a little pouch. So you don't want to overstuff it or you'll have big bulges. And of course, the more you stuff it, the more you take from the main compartment. So when I use this bag, I kind of put things there that I don't need access to a lot, but maybe I want them a little more secured. So like if I ever carry my checkbook, for example, my checkbook will go in there. My car key fob, I'll slip in one. My AirPods may go in one. Things that I'm not constantly getting out. And then on the inside the little zipper compartment, it's the same thing. It's just the jacquard lining. And let me see if we can see in here at all. This little purse light is so handy. I mean, you can kind of see in there, it's just the lining, and it does have the little serial indicator. I don't know what they call it with Prada, but there's a little white tab in the corner of there. Sometimes I'll put things in there again that maybe I need to access a little bit more, but I want to keep protected. It's like if I have cash, it goes in there. And then everything else, I just slip in this middle compartment, and it works really well. The little purse light was something I do want to talk about. You'll see it in there. It's on the little D-ring where the crossbody strap would go if I had it. I think I got this at Target for like $5. You just push it once, turn it on. You do it that way, it flashes. I love it with this bag because this bag, of course, being an all black bag inside and out, it's hard to see in there. And my little organizer makes it a little easier because it reflects a little bit of light. But if you're digging around in here, especially late, like at night, you can't see anything. You can't find anything. So that is one con to this bag. And depending on what color you get, the lining is a like shade or two usually off. So if you get the navy blue, it'll be a blue lining that's maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter, I feel. But of course the black is black on black. And it's a very dark black. So nothing is visible. So if there's anything in there, you're not gonna find it. So positives of this bag, of course, it's absolutely beautiful. It's structured. The Staffiano leather is gorgeous. It's Prada. It has 4 feet. It's big. You know, this is the medium size, and I had a tape measure. There it is. So let me show you. So it's about 14 inches across. And it's about 9 inches tall. And then the depth of the bag, as you can see, it kind of tapers kind of a triangular shape. So I'll just go somewhere in the middle, so you can kind of tell. In the middle, it's about 4.5 inches. And then at the bottom, 6 inches. And at the very top, without stretching it out and extending it all the way, in its natural state, just like this, it's about 3 inches. So it doubles in size on the way down. It does have the rolled handles with the glazed edges, also Saffiano leather. When I talk about downfalls of this bag, there really aren't any to me, because to me, this is just absolutely beautiful. This is great if you're working in an office. This size is probably not big enough to carry as a briefcase. I tried to see if my work laptop would fit in here. It does not. So this is definitely just a daily purse. And I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's classy, it's elegant. You can carry it on the crook of your arm. You can top handle carry it. It does pass my test. It doesn't touch the floor when I stand and have it holding, when I stand holding it like this and have it hanging down to the side. It doesn't touch the ground, which is my test that a bag has to pass or I can't keep it. You know, I'm trying to think of a downfall because everyone wants to know what's a con, and there's going to be a con. I would say the con of this bag is it's heavy. This is not a light bag. And the reviews I have seen of this bag have also agreed this is a very heavy bag. This is all leather. This is Saffiano leather. This hardware, there's 2 giant zippers, and these zippers are heavy duty zippers. I don't know if you've ever had a Prada zipper before, but this zipper pull alone weighs a lot. So with that being said, that's the only downfall. If I'm carrying this bag for a long period of time, my arm gets tired. So I tend to not carry it as much as I normally would, or even as much as I wish I would. This winter, I'm definitely gonna carry her. But I know this has been a rambled video. I definitely apologize for that. I just can't say enough about this bag. If you even think you want a semi-structured tote and you love Prada, get the Galleria, get the medium. I think the small and mini are way too small. I think the large and extra large are abnormally large. No one needs that much. This is the perfect size. This bag, I mean, if you compare it to my bag of the week, it's actually a little bit smaller, not by much. Again, a little bit smaller, just beautiful. Seriously, can't say enough. I want this bag in every color. I really do. I actually purchased a Coach bag that's very similar in style, and I'll post a picture of it. Let me put that down right here for you. As you can tell, I love that feature. It's called the Coach Lily. It's from the outlet. I really like that bag too. It has a lot of similarities and things that I love about this, I also love in that. And I was able to get a navy blue one without dropping, even at the Fashion File, you know, reasonably priced Fashion File price of about $875. So yeah, I love it. I'm gonna post some of these that I see for sale. The prices have gone up on the used websites. I think a lot of people have discovered that these are absolutely stunning bags and everyone should have one. So I will try to find some and link them below. You know, something I always like to tell people, and it was this way with my Louis Vuitton Terrain. I have my Montaigne, same thing. And then this one, they came missing pieces, missing the straps. This one was missing the clochette. If those are things that are not as important to you, then you really should consider that, because I was able to get a bag that was better quality and better condition for the same price, or even a hair less than one that was in worse condition but came with the strap and clochette. Those are items I knew I would never want. The clochette I don't like things dingling on my bags. And the truth is, if I really wanted a clochette, I could go on Amazon and find a black Saffiano leather looking clochette. Same with straps. If I ever decide I want a strap, all I have to do is go to Amazon, type in black leather strap, gold hardware. I can find them for probably $20 or less. I can find a crossbody strap if I ever wanted. I've had this bag now for a year, and I've never done that because I have no desire. I like carrying a top handle. I don't like crossbodies. I'm not a big fan of shoulder bags. So think of that, you know, when you're looking for a bag. Let's say, you know, you find one of these. You're like, oh, I really want one. Let's say after watching this, I've convinced you to purchase one. You find one at $1,600. Oh no. You know, the condition is, you know, good. But, oh, this one doesn't have a strap and the condition is very good and it's only $1,500. Is the strap worth that to me? And my answer was no, because I got a bag that was in way better shape and way better price. compared to, you know, what like a new one would be, I guess. So yeah, I'm rambling, so I'm going to stop. But Prada Galleria Medium, love her. Get one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this video wasn't too boring to watch. Seriously though, if this is on your wish list, buy it now because they are absolutely stunning. I'm going to recommend not buying them new. Prada makes a good product, but I will say these bags do take wear, and part of it is people use these bags. These bags are well used. So I don't like the thought of buying this new, A, because of the price. You can save thousands, literally, just buying it used. Or pre-loved, I'm sorry. But these bags do take wear. I mean, Stoffiano leather I think is very strong, but every piece I have of Stoffiano does have some wear and damage to it because you just use it. Bumping up against stuff in the store, getting out of the car and, you know, rubbing against the trunk lid as you're closing it. This comes with a lot of those little like damages already done by someone else, so there's no need to cry. So I will stop now though, for real, because I'll keep going. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy my future videos. If you're new, please consider subscribing, comment down below. You know, let me know what kind of bags you have. Let me know if you have this bag. I always love to hear people who have these. You know, how do you use it? Is there anything that in trick or, you know, storage tips that you have? I love to know. And I also love to know what kind of bags you have in comparison to this. For example, like I found the Coach Lily outlet bag, which is by no means I wouldn't consider a dupe, but it's a very similar bag in the structure and the leather. You know, what else have you found? Just interact with me, talk to me, tell me what you think of these lovely things. And I will see you next time. I have a lot more bags to review. I'm trying to pace myself through my closet so I don't review them all and then run out of content for you. I did just place an order for a new Coach bag. It is middle of August right now when I'm filming this. It should be here early September. It was a new style that was back ordered and I'm really excited. It's from the boutique. So as soon as that comes in, I'll be doing a video of that. But I have probably 12 more bags to review at this point that I love to go through. I'm gonna, you know, do a video on my wallet someday, all of my collection. I really want to share those with people. And yeah, so thank you again. Have a great day and we'll see you next time.